Right, straight on with episode 10, I think. Or maybe it's 11. Anyway, I'm just leaving Oldenzaal for Amsterdam on the 13th of September 2006. I've not seen the weather forecast, so fingers crossed. It's warming up nicely now, so my towel should not take too much longer to dry. John seemed a lot happier today and left for work at 8 a.m. He has been very kind to me and given me a pump and a puncture repair kit to take with me as well. I can't find the puncture repair kit, but result, while checking to see if there was anything I needed in my coat, I found Vale's pollen. I'm just going to wrap a one skinner before I leave. It's 10 a.m. now. I'm leaving Oldenzaal with 2 cents, and I have found a fiver that I could change in a real emergency. Vale's pollen is the finest. I have not had a joint for a couple of days, and it's started to hit the spot already. It's certainly slowing things down. I took the top box off the TDM and left it in John's shed. I checked the oil and my bike is nearly dry. I can breathe a bit easier now as I have been riding slowly since Assen in the interest of fuel economy, but still very slack behaviour letting the oil get so low. I am ashamed of myself for not checking it earlier. At least when I start out again, I know I can buy a litre at any tractor shop. Ollie it's called. If I can cycle as far as Appledon, I will be delighted. I'll be lucky too, if I smoke much more of this pollen. There is hardly any wind, so the ride should not be too hard. I have 1.5 litres of water in the backpack, and I'll drink a litre before I leave. I'm a bit stoned now, so I'm just going to make another one skinner. Then I'm ready to go, ish. Right, I'm drinking one last coffee before I go. It is my 5th or 6th mug of coffee this morning. I'm aiming to be out the door by 11 a.m. It's been up since 6 o'clock. I made a 3 skinner just to finish off the baccy pouch. Well, in for a penny, in for a pound. Cheers, Val. I will not smoke any cigarettes today, but I have enough baccy in an emergency pouch to use with the pollen. If I remember, and if they are in, I will ask Sheila or Floris if they can take a picture of me before I leave. It is now 3 p.m. and I'm about 16k from Deventer. Floris was in and able to take a picture when I left at 10:51 a.m, so I did just about manage to leave before 11 o'clock, which was good. The only food I could find to bring with me was some paprika sausage that looked like a large limp dick. I had eaten everything else that did not need cooking. N344 Holton, 13th of September. I'm hungry now, but I'll have to busk for a while in Deventer, which is 15 kilometres from here. There is a river running through it, so it might be quite pretty and touristy. I do not want to stop very long. €5 would be enough to buy something to eat, then continue to Appledon for a longer session. I want €10 really, so I can settle down in a coffee shop for a couple of days. I've just had a one skinner and I'm about to make another. I'm trying to just sip the water so I don't keep pissing. Keep losing my place. Right. My piss looks like pure water at the moment, which I suppose is better than dark yellow. Man, can the Dutch cycle? Everyone seems to bomb along for miles. I was badly lost in Hengelo, and I think I probably went round the ring road, which wasted me a lot of time. There were signs for everywhere but where I wanted to go. Never did find it. I ended up going through Riesen. That looked quite pretty, although I did not stop. I'm not so sure what my hair looks like, but it feels alright to me. After one more joint, I'm going to carry on, but slow down a bit. I stopped a couple of times when Deventer was 32 kilometres away. I found a bench next to a blackberry bush. I stripped the bush and had a joint. I only stopped for 2 fags after that. As soon as I was near the town centre, I parked up at a bench at 4:30 p.m. I just started playing, and after about half an hour warm-up, I put the case out. I was not in a very good acoustic spot and could not be heard very well. My arse is so sore from cycling all day. That was the main reason I stopped, because I could not face another metre on the bike. After my blackberry stop, I put my towel over the seat to soften it up a bit. It did improve things, but I was knackered for the last 11 kilometres or so. At the bench, I skinned up some one-skinners, about 5 I reckon, leaving enough pollen for a good-sized spliff later. I carried on until 10 p.m, then carried on into town. I found a big kind of square without having to ask anybody. Then when I did ask, the coffee shop was just over there, and it was. And that's where I am now. I smoked the last of the pollen and bought a coffee. I earned €5 in all the time I was outside. Deventer, 11 p.m. Stoned, 13th of September. I splashed out and bought a ready rolled joint and another coffee. I am in Manor Coffee Shoppy, having a real déjà vu feelings. This place closes at midnight, so I might just sit here till then. 07:49, 14th of September. I did not stay until closing time, but left about 11:30. I could not face riding the bike, so left it where it was and wandered away from the town centre to find a quiet spot to spend the night. I found a wooden bench down by the river, and it was far more comfortable than the concrete one, or the concrete ones all over the town. I've just been looking at the map, and I do not think I'm even halfway to Amsterdam. I'm wondering if I should just go back to Oldenzaal and pick up the TDM. I will try and find somewhere here to play. Yesterday I did not buy anything to eat, and I am seriously hungry now. If I can find a little, I will see if I can buy a loaf of bread for less than 50 cents. If I cannot, I will have to chance the ginger cake again. I keep feeling dizzy, so I'm going to try and find a supermarket to buy some food. I ran out of baccy last night too. and I'll stop there, and I'll start again at 1953 on the 14th of September. That's where I'll start again.